What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is Friday over here. Hope you guys are all doing well. Bitcoin under 27K again. Had a bit of a move about 2 days ago after that Fed meeting. Let's see how this can impact the overall altcoin markets because Bitcoin is still the main driver here. Will Bitcoin continue downwards and bring quite a bit of these altcoins down, or would this be a bounce for further upside price action? Of course, the main topic of this video would be about Arweave token, see what's going on in this market, following up from my previous posts, see what has changed. Has it broken out of a downtrend? We're going to be taking a look into that, as well as some upside and downside price targets for this coin. Also going to be checking out some key price levels for this price action to break in order to go either direction. I'll be giving you guys my personal sentiments and opinions on this market later in this video, so make sure to stay around for that. Lastly, none of what I'm saying here is financial advice, of course. It is purely my personal opinions and speculations on this market. I could very well be wrong. I am not a financial advisor, nor am I an elite trader of any sorts, even though I am a profitable trader who's been able to keep most of my profits during the last bear markets. But I'm looking to crush it here for the next bull cycle. So if you guys feel the same way, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Let's get right into the charts. All right, we do have Arweave here, currently at about $4.13. Not doing too much today. It hasn't really moved, especially for an altcoin, right? So let's revisit what I have said in the last post. In the last post, I did mention that there was a falling wedge pattern here, right? Falling wedges typically break out to the upside, typically. And let's see if the price action has done that, right? If it actually broke to the upside, we had a measure target of about just right underneath $12 based on what we said last time, okay? Measure target right underneath $12 in that area. Let's take a look into the daily time frame and see what the price action has done. So on the daily time frame here from my last post, I did mention that there was a descending triangle at first, which was bearish. However, price action did break down from that descending triangle, but not a very deep breakdown. Okay, so that basically forms a that basically recharts this into a falling channel, falling wedge, right? And then it actually broke out of this falling wedge right here, right? And then actually seems like it has actually broken out of this bigger falling wedge, right? As of right here, September 15th. So let's take a measure move out of that actual breakout point, because that is actually a breakout point, okay? And that should give you a measure target of, still about $12 area. Now, measure targets are estimates only, okay? It could be over, under. It's very important to continue looking at the charts on a shorter time frame to tell you if this price action is going to go towards that measure target. Will there be pullbacks, or will there be a breakdown, right? So very important to just keep refreshing the charts. Now let's take a look into the smaller time frame here and see what this price action could be doing. So if we actually come into the 4-hour time frame here, we can actually see that the price action is basically retesting this smaller falling wedge breakout on that daily time frame. Let's see if we can get any kind of pattern that's being drawn here, right? So this also looks like another falling wedge. So it's not uncommon to see, falling wedges being formed after a breakout from a bigger falling wedge. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing. Basically another falling wedge here. And this would be valid. This would be even a 2-hour time frame, okay? So we have another smaller falling wedge here. That seems to be the theme. Let's see if we can get a measured target out of this smaller falling wedge. Now, if this actually breaks out near like September 26th, okay, I'm just gonna put a random future breakout date. Okay, then we have a measure target of going back up to about $4.50 area. Of course, if it breaks out sooner, then we can put this measurement higher up the upper trend line here, right? So that's basically what I'm seeing here. Now, you guys should get familiar with these trading concepts like falling wedges, measure targets. Go and verify what I'm saying. Google search it, research it on your own. Because it is public knowledge. The most important thing is for you to learn these concepts on your own, charts for yourself, be able to see the market, based on your own charts, independent of a lot of people's opinions. Okay, that's the most important thing. I would say to be taking away from these videos. That's how I started 4 years ago, and I basically just chart these on my own. Independent of most, if not all, others' opinions. I think that's very important. Now, let's take a look here. That's a possible breakout to the upside. Of course, you always have to consider the downside, right? Because even though falling wedges typically break to the upside, it is not absolutely okay. There is still a possibility that it breaks downwards. Now, let's take a look into some key price levels for this price action to break in order to go to the upside. Come back to the weekly time frame here. We have the weekly 21 SMA, currently at about $5.50 area. Weekly 50 SMA, the gray line here, $7.75 area. Do we have a monthly moving average? Monthly 21 is way above the measure targets, which would be about $13 area. Okay, that's the blue line here on this monthly time frame. 3-day moving average is going to be a lot closer to the current price action. 3-day 21 SMA currently about $4.65 area. 3-day 50 SMA $5.50 area. 3-day 200 SMA $12.50 area. Your daily moving averages going to be even closer to the price action. Daily 21 SMA right above the price action right now, $4.20 area. Daily 50 SMA, $4.50 area. Daily 200 SMA, $6.30 area. So these are going to be some noticeable key resistances to be looking out for if the price action was to continue upwards, because I would expect sell pressure to be coming in from these levels. Now, these are going to be just some noticeable key levels. You guys can look into further key resistances going upwards by visiting past trading history for whatever time frame you guys are focusing on. Of course, we're not going to do that for resistances because that's going to take too long, but we can do that for support because we don't have any major moving averages below the price action here. Okay? So we're just going to look at past trading history. So, I mean, price action is basically has been at all-time lows already, right? So let's see what could be happening here. First of all, I think if the price action, it could still come back to retest this bigger falling wedge pattern it has actually broken out of, then you're going to refer to basically the upper trend line of this bigger falling wedge here, right? For support, okay? It looks like it has already bounced off it once, or no? No, it hasn't. It has not. So, I mean, if it was to retest it today, what I'm looking at here would be about that $4, $3.95 area. That would be today's point on this bigger falling wedge upward trend line, and then you guys can extrapolate, the upward trend line values here, for any key support, right? So that's basically what I'm seeing. The previous all-time low was about $3.80 area, so that's potential support as well. But other than that, you really don't have past trading history here to make an estimate what a price action would bounce. If the price action breaks back into this bigger falling wedge pattern, that would not be a good sign. In that case, then it will look a lot like a fake out, and we can revisit this chart later. Now, if you guys do want to see more of Arweave, do like, subscribe, comments. I will bring you guys an update if enough of you guys want to see it. Now, my personal sentiment on this overall crypto market as a whole is going to depend on Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin still looks bullish at this time. So, as a driver of the crypto markets here, I'm still overall bullish. I still have all longs on quite a bit of these altcoins. If Arweave presents a good setup, I will go in either long or short. I am a trader. I am a short-term trader. So, if I see an opportunity that's reasonable, I will take it, either going long or short. But right now, I am long on this overall crypto markets, right? Now, let's take a look at Bitcoin real quick, because it has stayed away from a very deep breakdown, which is noticeable on the weekly time frame. We have been able to stay away from that, but still keeping an eye out on that, right? Because Bitcoin could do some crazy stuff randomly. Okay. So, it's just pay attention, right? So let's see here. So what else is worth mentioning? Bitcoin has broken out of this falling wedge, right? Mentioned this. It's a recent trend. Measure target would be about 29.2K area. Has broken down, right? But still above this breakout of this falling wedge on this 4-hour time frame. On the hourly time frame here, a rising wedge has broken down and now is a rising channel. Let's see if this rising channel holds, right? Rising channels typically break to the downside, okay? So something to be keeping an eye out on going into the weekend. So that's basically what I'm seeing. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, comment. Or if you guys want me to bring you guys an update on Arweave, do the same thing. That's it for this post. Thank you very much for watching. See you guys later.